Hey guys, Destined Bellfire X Unquenchable Darkness here. We're back with another urban legend here, guys. But, well, so this is also a scary riddle for you. And sorry that I haven't been uploading a riddle story for months cause I've been focused on reading scary stories, just stories and and everything. So I never got the chance to read another scary riddle. So since this is an urban legend and also a scary riddle, might as well call it an urban legend riddle, which is called in which it's called which we have introducing psychic readings, a popular urban legend from Germany about two women who encounter a strange fortune teller. In Germany, it is known as der Wazrat. Der Wazrajinin. Der Wazrajinin. I don't know how to say that. It's in Germany. I do not understand German, but it just translates to the fortune teller. Yeah, that's how you say the fortune teller in Germany. Those words are in punctuations. Okay, so yes, so so here we have with psychic readings. Enjoy. Wait, before I start, I want to say that for what I said, I forgot to mention you guys that I changed I forgot to tell you guys from the last video I made about a week ago. Yeah, I forgot to mention you from the last video about my channel that I changed the name to Destined Bellfire Unquenchable Darkness. But yeah, changed the name of my channel. So sorry for not telling you guys on the last video. But yeah, but here I don't have anything else to say but to get this over with. So this is psychic readings. Enjoy. The curtains rises on the theater of the abyss. There were two young women in their 20s who were the best of friends. Since they were both still single, they decided to take a holiday together. They booked flights to Germany and decided to visit the city of Dresden. On the first day of their holiday, the two women looked a walk around Dresden's Alt- Altstadt. It's in Germany, which it translates to Old Town. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Right. I'm just talking about the Old Town Road music video from Lil Nas X. Anyways, yeah, so around Dresden's Old Town quarter to get acquainted with the city's history and visit all the familiar tourist spots. One of the women spoke German, so she was able to act as a translator for her friend, telling her the meaning of all the signs and place names. That evening, on their way back to their hotel, the women passed through the Neustadt, which translates to New Town. The woman passed through the New Town area. As they walked down the street, one of the women noticed an old cemetery nearby and asked her friend if they could go in for a few minutes and take a look around. The sign above the gates read, I'll, sorry, just sister, Riddle. I don't know how to say. You know what? I'm just gonna have to ignore those German words and just translate what it means in English, which translates to Old Jewish Cemetery. The woman went inside and strolled around the quiet and deserted grounds of this graveyard. They were reading through a few of the ancient gravestones when one in particular caught their eyes. The inscription on the headstone read Herite Mustache. I'm just, like I said, I'm just gonna have to ignore it, which in English says Herite Mustache, sentenced to death by the criminal court in 1776, beheaded for the murder of 11 women. That's that's dark. What a crazy woman killer. What a crazy serial killer. Anyways, as it was beginning to grow dark, the two young women continued their way back to the hotel. They had only been walking for a few minutes when they happened to pass by a market. The stalls were lined up on a side street with vendors at each one selling a variety of food, drink, clothes, and souvenirs. They also noticed a small tent that stood at the end of the alley. At the end of the alley, it was garishly decorated, and there was an ugly old lady standing there. The sign above the entrance read, translating to, Costenlo Sarkiji Meswidet, which translates to free psychic readings. One of the young women was very interested in horoscopes, fortune telling, and divining the future. She decided to take up the old lady on her offer of a free psychic reading and was quickly ushered inside the tent. The other woman didn't speak any German, so she just waited outside to take a look at the products being sold at other market stalls. After after browsing through the wares for for 10 minutes, she began to get impatient. After 20 minutes, she began wondering why her friend was taking so long. The woman brought some bratwurst, fried sausage, Zweibeltrot, onion bread, and Kaiserzuchet cheese, which the woman brought some fried sausage, onion bread, and cheesecake at the market stalls. A quick glance at her watch told her that her friend had already been in the fortune teller's tent for 45 minutes. Bored and eager to return to the hotel, she decided to phone her friend and call and ask when the psychic sessions would be over, but when she called, there was no answer. When the woman approached the fortune teller's tent, she looked down and saw a deep red liquid on the ground. Running through the tent's slabs, she realized to her horror that it was blood. The woman was paralyzed with fear as she stood there. The pool of blood spread out around her feet. She glanced over her shoulder and saw that all of the vendors at the other stalls were staring at her with twisted grins on her faces. Terrified, she dropped everything she had bought and fled as fast as she could. She ran blindly through the streets, dashing this way and that, shoving people out of her way. She didn't know where she was going. She just wanted to get away from the horrible marketplace. Eventually, the woman came to a stop, completely exhausted. To her surprise, she found herself standing in the old Jewish cemetery again, looking at the gravestone in front of her. She was shocked to see the name Henriette Mustache. She couldn't understand German, but as she stared at the inscription on the gravestone, the blood froze in her veins. It read, Henriette Mustache. First, some. I'm not going to. Let me get his sentence to death. Just sentenced to death in 1777. Beheaded of the 12 women. Yeah, if I could remember what it said back back before when we see if I could remember back before on how it was translated when both two women watching were watching the gravestone, the inscription on the gravestone of Henriette Musbach. And since this is now a riddle, I have to figure out what it to what it the hidden meaning is. And to my surprise, I finally figured it out. I already figured it out when after I read it, which is that Henriette Bustach killed the woman, the one that knows Spanish and was translating to her and becoming a translator to her friend on how German words were saying in English. Yeah, it has to be it. That Henriette Musbach killed the woman. Well, let's see the comments. And to my surprise, ignore those. So from mom. As a native German, please get them articles right. Oh, not right. From spooky. Nice sidekick was the killer. From Devil Arctic Wolf 666. Wait, that the fortune teller murder wasn't even alive. From Jan 3985. Henriette Mustbach was the killer. Nice and easy riddle. And one last thing. Two wow is treads. The name on the grave was the killer before she was beheaded for 11 murders of women. The one doing the free psychic stuff was the killer, and her friend was beheaded or killed by the killer, which is actually a ghost of a criminal old lady. When she came back, the English friend to the gravestone, it says that she killed 12 women instead of 11, like at the start. Yeah, yeah, from the inscription on the gravestone. At first, it read beheaded to death for the 11 murders of women, and now at the end it says beheaded to death for the 11. Beheaded to death for the 12 murders of women. So that's it. Yes, I've I've got I've solved the riddle that Henriette Musbach was the killer. But yeah, I've solved the riddle. Yay for me that I solved the riddle that Henriette Musbach was the killer. But Alright, guys, so that was. Alright, guys, so that was Sidekick Readings. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys in the next scary story slash riddle slash urban legend for. Yeah, and also just to keep you, just like I told you guys, I'll try to keep up with the riddles and not forgetting about that. So so that those riddles won't be left behind. Yeah, and if you guys want to look at my channel, remember I told you. So it's called Destined Bellfire Unquenchable Darkness. Yeah. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye. The curtains closes on the Theater of the Abyss.